The new Marvel Rivals hero Emma Frost has plenty of people hating on her. There's no reason to play Overwatch. No, there isn't any, because Overwatch 1 is removed from all the stores and the servers are offline. You literally cannot play it anymore. It's a shame because I think Overwatch can be a really fun game to play against bots, but Blizzard doesn't want to let people make their own servers or have bots. And if you're referring to Overwatch 2, the game is just crap. I mean, have you seen— oh my god, the absolute state of Overwatch, right? Marvel Rivals is also on Steam, and the reception is way more positive, and for good reasons. Except for an actually diverse cast of characters. What kind of gamers play games because their cast is diverse? How about because the gameplay is actually fun? And if you think the cast of Marvel Rivals is not diverse enough for you, then you really should play something else. This is like the 5th skinny white women they've added to the game. It sounds like you have a problem with white women existing, and I don't think I can solve that. Maybe this guy can. You won't know until you try. Emma Frost from Marvel Rivals also gets a lot of hate for her over-sexualization, especially in her X-Revolution outfit. Can we stop this dumb comparison acting like they are similar? Yes, they are similar, but do go on and move the goalpost. Both of these men have no cheeks out on display. Venom would like to have a word. Even if he doesn't exist, your sexiness requirement is very arbitrary. Marvel Rivals have hot guys too, and that's clearly good enough for most people. Just not for you. I'm all for female characters being hot and owning their sexuality. Are you though? You're gonna invoke the male gaze. You just don't like it when men make them hot. It always leaves a bad taste in my mouth from Rivals because I know it's coming from a male gaze point of view. Why does it matter if it comes from a male gaze point of view? If the women being sexy comes from a female point of view, then wouldn't that make them not sexy? It doesn't matter which gender designs which character for which gender. Jujutsu Kaisen is a literal shonen manga for boys, written and illustrated by a guy. The amount of women firsting on Jojo who is not even sexualized is enough to water a freaking desert. It's not about what the characters are wearing, it's about their impact to the viewers. Some male characters don't even need to take their clothes off to get the ladies horny. That's the kind of privilege that Jojo has, and Nightwing for that matter, although his shirtless panels are very much appreciated, and the ass shots too. The artist even signed it by saying hot. Understandable, have a nice day. To me, the design of Marvel Rivals characters are pretty evenly balanced in terms of horniness, but some would heavily disagree on that, like this person over here. Slutty skins for men, looks inside, it's warrior gear. Yeah, you know what else is a warrior gear? This Forsworn armor and this fur armor from Skyrim. And that's quite literally vanilla Skyrim. Ayla's pretty covered overall, but some of the skins that are shown are quite interesting. Dismissing it as just warrior gear doesn't mean it's not slutty. If Spider-Man or Iron Fist got thong skins for summer, I wouldn't complain. If your definition of slutty is a guy with a thong, you are totally right, that is pretty slutty. But even if I agree with that, I don't bash people for liking sexualized women if you're here demanding sexualized men. Dumbasses will post these skins and try to tell you that amount of skin shown is the same as sexualization. Yes, actually, it's reasonable to say that the less clothing characters wear, the sexier they appear. If this logic applies to women, then it should also apply to men. My god, that Nightwing drawing is so hot. I do see the point that in the fictional character's sexiness discourse, it's unfair that female characters have to reveal more of their skin so that the men find them hot. But male characters don't have to be too revealing. They can just show off their abs and ladies will go thirsty for them. Some of the men will even go thirsty, even the straight ones. It's the same kind of phenomenon that I see in shonen, anime, or manga. The female characters are definitely sexualized and that got plenty of people complaining. The male characters don't get the same kind of sexualization treatment, and yet there are many female fans that still love the male characters the same and getting horny at them the same, even pairing them with one another. Is it unfair that men don't get the sexy leotards and thongs showing their bulges as much as the women are? Totally yes, 100%. I am an advocate for equality in this regard, and I do think that men should be sexualized the same way that women are, exactly like this. I also think that women already got what they wanted with the men the way they are right now. The guys from Genshin Impact still have women falling head over heels despite the lack of fan service moments. Heck, women can get horny even by words. Most fanfiction writers are women. Most of the books being sold these days are written by women and read by women. I have no issue with that. Go and get your horny fix, ladies. No problems here. It's definitely not wrong to ask for more sexiness in one gender, but to do that while complaining about the sexiness of the other gender is, in my opinion, not a sensible way to do it. I want everyone to feel aroused with fictional characters, not just one gender. In the Marvel Rivals Emma Frost is hot and that's problematic discourse, this person reminded others of the Hawkeye initiative, where Hawkeye poses in the exact same way that the women are posed in the comics. We never see men in such poses. You're missing the point. It's not about having the same pose, it's about getting women horny. And some guys don't need a lot of effort to make women horny. That's not male privilege, that's just hot guys privilege. And only a few characters in fiction get that. If somebody suggests any male characters from this game are sexualized, they got no clue. No, it's you who got no clue. You want to dress them exactly like how the women are dressed. I want to dress them so that women can get horny too. It's not about how they are dressed, it's about their effect on the viewers. For the record, I don't mind men dressing like this either. That's just how He-Man dressed, or Conan the Barbarian, or the Pillar Men from Jojo. To suggest that I would mind men dressing like this is definitely false. But I do know people who think this is the case, and they are just as dumb as you. We talked about the female gaze woke perspective of the sexy Marvel Rivals character discourse. Let's look at some of the anti-woke perspective, and believe me, they are just as dumb. Porn is turning men gay. Ah yes, the anti-porn discourse is back once again, with the usual suspects sharing their dumb takes. People are excited because Marvel created a drag queen with prosthetics. Yeah, we can't exactly see what prosthetics you're referring to when you quite literally censored it for everyone. Yeah, that wasn't me doing the censoring, she did that. That is a perfect representative of what the anti-porn activists want to do with our entertainment media. That quick scrub of the cleavage to protect people from the glaring sight of the female anatomy. You want to see the uncensored version? It looks pretty hot, but is it so hot to warrant that level of censorship? People praising this ugly toon-face Emma. Because she does look hot to some people. If you think she looks ugly, that's fine. I think her face looks fine for an older woman, but that's just me. God forbid I have eyes and my own taste in women, right? God forbid people have their own set of eyes and taste, right? There's a dangerous disease in anti-woke people. Oh, there is one, alright? And that is to be just as idiotic as the people they are fighting. And in your case, desperately trying to convince people to agree with you. And you're not doing well at that. That is to blindly praise nearly anything from the East just because they need a herald to their fight against the West. Wow, the culture war sounds incredibly pathetic when you put it that way. Blindly praising the East to fight against the West? I just want to play good games, bro. It's quite interesting how this image right here shows where your politics are. Call me a filthy centrist because I am totally fine with either design or the hypothetical Hawkeye initiative designs. Most people are too, but there are some who are clearly not fine with men looking like this. Jojo's All-Star Battle R has been added to the anti-woke Steam curation list, classified as woke because I guess Jojo is woke, right? Practically every male character in game either wears makeup, is scantily clad, or strikes seductive poses or some combination of the three. Yes, how dare these JoJo characters make these gay-looking poses, right? Many of the male characters are also androgynous to feminine looking. Bro, I think you only watch Golden Wind. There are also multiple confirmed queer playable characters. Is that really the metric for being classified as woke right now? If you actually seen the anime or read the manga, Dio being bisexual is never an important plot point. The fact that Araki has to confirm it is evident enough if you ask me. By the way, the same Steam curator also lists Nier Automata as not woke. Nines is quite literally there. Adam is there with his brother Eve. Most androids are female and some of them actually express romantic interest to one another. Devula and Popola are there being twins. The robots express their gender identities and even their sexual identities in one of the creepier scenes in the game, but otherwise, definitely not woke. Unless you're an anti-porn activist. Seriously, the standards of being woke right now is getting so ridiculously low that some people are just spewing nonsense. Enough woke stuff. I'm sorry, what? What the hell is woke about the Minecraft movie or Technoblade? He's the Minecraft YouTuber who passed away. I'm not familiar with his content, but I knew about his passing. And the movie honoring him is a pretty good gesture on their part, even if the movie is not great. Because I don't know who that is. Well, that just confirms the ignorance of the anti-woke people, right? I'm gonna be completely honest, I don't know what woke means. Really, you don't know what it means? I'm shocked, let me tell you. I am sorry to everyone who I have offended in the last few months. I'm not exactly offended, I just find it very funny that you keep throwing those words and not knowing what it means. Maybe learn how the internet works, kid, before you spew all that nonsense. That Minecraft movie was apparently the bomb, as it's doing very well at the box office. I don't know, I haven't seen it. Apparently it sucks, but what I do know is that it's not hard to see why people demand some standards in their video game movies. Children movies are supposed to appeal to children. Well, yeah, but that doesn't mean that we aren't allowed to criticize movies that appeal to children. I don't give a damn that you like Sonic 3. You're not the target audience. Actually, I'm a Sonic fan, and I am the target audience for that one. And Sonic 3 is freaking awesome. Yes, it's a good movie, but it's still a children's movie, so your opinion on it doesn't mean crap. I don't care if my opinions don't matter. I'm still gonna say it whatever I want. And if you're still conversing with me, that means it does matter. You say it's a good movie for your child, but that opinion does not hold any value. That's your own subjective philosophical point of view. Whose opinions you value is not something that I care about. I just care about saying what I say. And again, stop engaging if you think my opinions don't matter. An opinion with value would be your child's opinion. Bro, kids can say whatever they like about a movie, and I can say whatever I like about a movie. If you think my opinion holds no value, too bad, I'm gonna say it anyway. My whole argument is that the adult opinion does not matter when it's something children entertainment. Alright then, I guess adults should stop reviewing kids' movies and let the kids do it, right? How about we leave the kids to go to school and have them learn some actually important stuff? Including you. I think you've been skipping classes lately. And that's all for the video today. Thank you all so much for watching. If you made it to the end, here's a cat. Before we close this video, huge thanks to all these wonderful sponsors. You are all fantastic. If you want to see your name among these legends, then check out the links below, just $1, and you have supported this channel a lot. Seriously, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you all next time.